Hey guys, what's up? It's Ryan here of Ryan Edit Photography, welcoming you to another episode of Teach Tuesdays. And today we have an awesome topic. It's Photoshop's new update that came out this year, recently, 2020 update about removing backgrounds so easily. So before we get going, please make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, leave a comment, share the video, and I would really appreciate you guys helping me grow this channel so we could do more tutorials for you. So let's go on to it, right? So Photoshop came up with an update that would let you select out your subjects easily. So if you would like to separate them as a layer in your background, which before it was really tedious because you had to outline, spend countless hours, maybe I don't know how fast you can work on it, but it used to be a lot of work get done. Now there are other like softwares, plugins that you can use to do that for you, but yeah, why get those extra plugins if you could just do it within Photoshop? Right now, it's so much more easier with the updates that they have added. So let's show you how it's done. So I'm going to share with you an image that I have open in Photoshop. So first, you have to have the latest version of Photoshop CC in 2020. So otherwise, you might not see the same options. So I have an image here already loaded. It's one of our favorite images of our couple during their wedding day. So awesome. So right now I have the layer here, right? So here's where the option is going to show up under properties. So if you don't know how to go to properties, you have to go to window and have it selected over here. Got it? But you're not going to see that updated options right now. You have to duplicate your layer. So you can do it by doing Control J on Windows or Command J on a Mac. Or I guess you could go File or Layer. Duplicate layer here, right? They'll do the same thing. Background copy. So right now I have I'm gonna just delete that because I did the same thing twice. So right now I have the duplicate layer, and if you go to properties, this is where you're gonna see the new options. It says remove background or select subject. So let's test Photoshop's new algorithm, how good they made this to be. So I'm gonna just move this in. As soon as I hit remove background, we'll see what happens. So right now, whoopsie. See, it created the mask already just by hitting that button. So let me replay that for you. So I had, wait, let's just go from the beginning. So crop, so from here, right? So I duplicated the layer and then I hit remove background and it did its thing. And now it has a layer mask. So let's see if I remove this. So it did an okay job. So if you are just gonna rely on this, you would just have to brush it a little bit more to get perfect. So if I go to brush and make sure I have the black color selected, and I make sure my flow is decent enough, and I brush, oops, and I brush here, right? So there's my brush, you can see, and if I brush, I guess a little bit more higher flow, then you can like fine tune it, right? But there's another better way, the next option. So I'm gonna go back to history, right? So we're gonna try the other option. So I'm gonna duplicate that layer again. So this other button, select subject. See that? So now it created a selection instead of a layer mask from earlier, right? So what you're gonna, so if you can tell, it did a pretty good job identifying the subject. I didn't even tell it. I just clicked select subject. So you would have to refine the selection, right? So if you're in the lasso tool, so right now, if you want to fine tune it, you just gotta make sure the outline's more accurate. So if I hold shift, it'll turn into a plus sign, and then you can add into the selection. So if you want to add in more of the groom's hair over here, right? Or we can go to the quick selection tool here. And then if you hold option, it's like, it's gonna subtract. So if you hold plus shift, it's gonna turn to a plus. And if you hold option, it's gonna turn to a minus. So you can clean up your selection really easy. So for these gaps here in between, this is already a edited image. So guys, it's a lower res image. It's not the full res version. So if you want to add, so there you go. You guys know the rest. So it did a pretty good job identifying the subject. And right now I'm just like trying to clean it up. Oh, actually, it's supposed to be added, right? Because I'm trying to add the whole piece of the veil. That's what I got a little confused with, but so there you go. You get the gist of it, right? We just gotta remove like these things. See, right now you have a pretty good selection over your subject, right? And now it's up to you if you could just, if you want, then if you want to separate them, you could do control J, which we will do before I show you the other way, the the other update that they did in Photoshop, right? So let's say I'm gonna get rid of that selection, right? So the other way that they have built into the update is you have to go here and then go object selection tool. So this is another tool that would let you outline your subjects very easy. So I have it selected, right? So I'm just gonna draw around my subject. I'm not even using a mouse. I'm just using the trackpad, which you could see. Well, you can't see, but I am trying to outline the subjects from the trackpad. And I let go. Look, it did a pretty good job. So I just gotta clean up. You circle around if you wanna add. And the edges, there. And the same thing, if you hold option, it's gonna turn into a minus, then you could subtract from that selection if you feel There's parts that shouldn't have been included. Look, see, see now I'm just fine tuning the selection, but it has done a pretty awesome job. And then if you wanna go in, so I'm just zooming in using Command Plus. And if I try to go in here, see that? Now it's much more fine-tuned around the edges. And then I guess here you just gotta add, I'm just gonna add the lower section of the body. Look at that. So easy. Way easier than before. Because before you had to draw like lines and it would take like a lot of time. But now look at that. I got the selection. So if you want to separate them from the background, you could do like Control J. That would put them in a new layer, right? And then up to you. You can create different effects if you wanna put a like a tilt shift blur. See that blur gallery, tilt shift blur. You can put in a blur on the, and you can even make sure your subjects aren't going to be affected because you have them on a separate layer. You could do things like this, and then hit return. It won't be affected because they're in a separate layer, something like that. If you want to just um, do something creative, or yeah, if you want to put them in a different background, you can. But just to give you a gist of it, that's what an awesome update, right? So there you have it. There's Photoshop's new update on extracting your subject from the background or just removing subjects out of your background. That's a super awesome way that that came from this update. So I hope you guys learned something new, and please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, share the video, leave a comment, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, this is Brian of Ryan Edit Photography for another episode of Teach Tuesdays. Stay safe. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out and ciao. What's up, guys? It's Ryan here. We are talking about Photoshop's new feature